Starscream Kills presents in a Geeky Guy production. Hello, this is an update about 4-5 days since the video we were watching had a little more exposure, but I noticed in that video there was something I didn't show you. So let's say, for example, I've been playing some games lately and I like Hideous End. Hideous End is a card that, you know, it's a good card, it helps, but the problem is, yes, the person will lose 2 life if you destroy a target non-black creature. Well, there's been lots of black creatures in this new meta. So there's another thing you can do. So let's say I've got, as you can see right here, I have actually 4 Hideous Ends in the main deck. And let's say, you know, I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking at my sideboard. As you can see, I've changed it. I've added Infest and things like this. But I don't want something that's going to nuke the entire board like Infest. I don't want to kill off all my vampires. But I want something that's a creature removal. And it's going to do stuff against black. And I've already got 4 Feasts of Blood. So now, up here on these icons, I did point out the fact that you can edit. So, for example, right now I have it switched. I'm going to reset it. Okay, there it is. Ooh, see? Christmas tree. White, blue, black, red, green, colorless. But also you can key icons here. Like, for example, land. It'll hide all the lands. If you click on one of these, it'll hide it. So we're going to hide white. When it does it, hide blue, hide red, hide green. Also, it's a standard deck. And so, okay, well, I'm not looking for more lands, so we'll hide those. Then it's saying artifacts. Well, yeah, I don't want an artifact. Then it says creature. Yeah, I'm not interested in creatures. Sorceries. I'm open to sorceries. That's what we may want to replace. Instants, want to keep those. And enchantments. Well, I'll be open-minded. Maybe enchantments. So we leave those open. Now, all of a sudden, look at my card pool of possible choices. Now, you can also key it. I like to look at the actual card faces, but you can, if you want, up here in these corners, you can push this button. I have these ones for the eye that shows the actual card. You can push this and it'll just give text names. So then it's easier to scroll up and down. But again, like I said, I like to see the pretty pictures. So now I'm in a position to go, okay, what are some things? So maybe Consume Spirit, Death Marks, you know, other options. Disfigure maybe, you know, Doomblade's not necessarily, would be pretty much the same thing, you know, and so you can go through and it really limits out weakness and so forth, limits out your choices and helps refine it. So let's say I want something that's instant, so enchantments are out and sorceries are out, and all of a sudden, bam, just have instants, Disfigure, Doomblade, Hideous End. I do not know why Vanilla Vest is showing up for an instant, but somehow she is. Ravenous Trap, Tendrils, and Vampire Bite. So since Hideous was already 3, I figure I can go ahead and splurge and throw in the Tendrils. See how that works? It's a really nice function. Another aspect to concern yourself with maybe is if you want to look at mana curve. Now, simply going into either the sideboard, where you see my mouse down there, or up here in main board, you right click and you get a drop down menu and you can select all cards, pile by name, pile by color, piles by converted mana cost, by rarity, creature type, and save wish list. So let's go by converted mana cost. Now all of a sudden I see what things are worth. So 6 for Blood Tribute at the high end, then, you know, 5, and then 4, 3, and you see how this deck, and then of course here's lands over here at 0, 1s, 2s, so you can see that's pretty fast. So if I wanted to speed the deck up, for example, Hideous End is in here in the 3s, so let's go back to that search. So if you give me a moment here. So now all of a sudden I'm looking at this, and so I'm going to take out Hideous End. Well, I want to look at converted mana cost for these things. So I want a spell that's going to kill And so, you know, Tendrils is nice, but one of the reasons I believe it is a common card is because it has a high mana cost of 4. It does quite a bit, and it is just a really great, awesome card. However, Disfigure comes in at a whopping 1, and it's going to really kill a weenie card, and I don't have to have too many swamps out in order to use it. Tendrils is nice because it is an instant. However, you really have to camp on a lot of mana in order to have that be a little kind of surprise where you dagger someone in their own turn, and it really can mess up your own development. Keeping only 1 free black mana is a whole lot nicer to do. And so now when I look at my mana curve, however, since I only have 8 cards out of 60 that are in the 4 or higher range, I guess I could splurge if I took out all 4 Hideous and 4 Tendrils of Corruption. But that is something you can do. Similarly, down here in the main sideboard, pile by converted mana cost, again 1 at 5, everything else is 3 and under, so that's really nice to see. So in short, this can become a very fast deck. However, one of the things that some really powerful superior players like to look at, I do not include myself in those ranks per se, is deck speed, and this is a fast deck, so maybe there would be a way that I would want to consider how to make this more moderate speed. That's one of the reasons why the Malakar Blood Witch is down there. I also considered actually having 3 blood tributes by having an optional one down here, but I would rather have the 2 Blood Chief Ascensions as a choice. However, I can always change my mind later, or bring the Tendrils down into the sideboard again, because now I can see what my mana curve is going to look like. Again, all this is a click here, click there. That's why MTGO is a wonderful teaching tool to teach you and me how to play this game even better in a really succinct manner.